All right guys, Cheech here with Fly Fish Food. We're here at the Patagonia booth. We've been super excited about their new wader line, and we have Dave here who's going to talk to us all about the new products.
Fly Fish Food.
Thanks a lot, Cheech. Really excited to be working with Fly Fish Food. Another thing we're really excited about is the new Spring 20 wader launch for next year. A whole new program, everything from the naming convention to the fabric packages, to the feature updates, to the seam construction. And so why don't we jump into it? So we'd like to introduce you guys to the new Swiftcurrent wading line. We're looking at the Swiftcurrent Expedition weight zip and the Swiftcurrent Expedition non-zip. And so let's just jump right into it. For Spring 20, we still have the same 4-layer H2No wader fabric architecture that we've had in the past. Same face fabric. We still got a hydrophobic laminate with a hydrophilic coating, which acts as your waterproof breathable membrane and a backer. The update to the fabric package for Spring 20 is the new recycled face fabric. So 100% of the face fabric is recycled for next year, which is a really exciting story for us. When you roll up the entire wader fabric, trims, suspenders, belts, it's an 82% recycled fabric package, and so it's a really exciting story for us to talk about in the fish line. We're not going to be using the virgin petroleum materials that we've been using in the past, and it's going to have a positive impact on our landfills too. What we're more excited to talk about though is the durability updates. So the entire new wader line was informed by the Middle Fork packable wader, which launched a year and a half ago, and we did two things to that wader that is informing the whole new wader line. One is the seam construction. So with the current Rio Gallegos and Skeena styles, you have one seam up the back of the leg, but we're also getting a couple of pleats in the knees and added seams to add articulation. Well, those are seams, those are potential points of failure. What we did with the Middle Fork packable wader that we're now doing with the entire wader line is this baseball spiral seam construction. So that's one seam that wraps around the back of the leg. That does a couple of things for us. One is it adds shape and articulation through the leg. If you think of a baseball with one seam that rolls through it but creates shape, it's the same concept here. So the spiral seam construction creates shape. It's a much better fitting wader, but it also reduces the linear footage of seams in this wader by over 20%, which is an automatic, will automatically roll up to a more durable wader because you have fewer places of potential failure in the wader. The second thing that we did with the Middle Fork packable wader that's specific to the new wader line is that we started double taping the seams. And it's not something that we really talked a lot about, but when we test the seam strength of the new seam construction, the fabric is delaminating and failing before the seam tears apart, which we have never seen that in our testing of previous waders, our current waders, and our competitors' waders. So that is what we are most excited about, is to talk about the durability updates to the wader line for Spring 20. So that's the fabric and the new seam construction conversation. Let's talk about feature updates. So you still get, again, we're looking at the Swiftcurrent Expedition zip and non-zip. You still get all of the same features that the Rio Gallegos, that we knew and love with the Rio Gallegos, the convertible suspension system, the drop-in pockets on the inside for additional storage, water bottle, carry a beanie and gloves. You still get the stitched in waterproof pocket on the inside for camera, keys, phone. You still get, with this style, the 1/4-inch foam removable knee pad, and you still get the fleece line booties. So all of these features carry in. Here are some of the updates to this piece. So a couple of really small, thoughtful touches. We added pull tabs, so when your hands are cold, that'll make it a little bit easier to convert the wader up and down. We listened to all of you out there about the locking cam system on the back. The current iteration has this hard plastic locking cam strap, which we would feel when we were driving in a car if you had a high back to the seat of a boat. So we moved to a much slimmer rubber sliding cam on the back, just so that's a little bit more comfortable when moving around. One really cool little feature that I think we executed really well is on the inside of the pocket treatments, we added a little sleeve to protect the top of your hand when you're using the hand warming pockets, fishing in the colder months of the year. So it'll protect the top of your hand from the teeth of the zipper and just provide for a more comfortable fishing experience. But when you want to use the pockets, whether you're rowing and trying to keep the oars from catching on the pockets, or if you want to actually use that as a pocket, they simply tuck in. It can be zipped up. So you get two drop-in pockets on the front. Another update to the entire wader line is the belt. So this is a standard update across the entire wader line. The current wading belt on our current styles is elastized all the way around. It can sometimes lose shape, and it's really not sturdy enough to hold a tool or to hold a wading belt. So we've updated the wading belt all the way around with about 10 inches of, it's elastized for about 10 inches on the back, and then can be adjusted on both sides, and again, burly enough to hold a tool or a wading belt. Another small, thoughtful thing, we just added 2 belt loops in the front of this wader, and so when you're putting your waders on, you're not, digging back behind, fishing to find where that wading belt is, forgetting that it's even there. So they'll be easy to find and re-secure. Again, we still get the knee pads, removable knee pads in the knee. You still get the fleece line booty. And then we updated the gravel guards as well and added a mesh panel to the back of the gravel guard, so it's going to dump all that water weight. You're not walking around with extra physical water weight throughout the day. So this is the new Swiftcurrent Expedition zip weight, and this will be available at Fly Fish Food on December 1st, as will the Swiftcurrent Expedition non-zip. Again, same fabric package, same features that we just talked about in the Expedition zip, just a few different pocket treatments. You do get a waterproof drop-in pocket on the front of the non-zip, but again, all those same great features we talked about: convertible suspension system, drop-in pockets, updated belt loops, knee pads, fleece line booty, all features that carry into the Swiftcurrent Expedition weight. So looking forward to having these available at Fly Fish Food come December 1st, and these guys are excited to talk to you about them either online or in the store.